Alright, let's kick off a heavy edition of Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall for episode 68. My name is Browny and I'm your podcast host. You can check out everything we do with Wall of Sound. All you need to do is head to wallofsoundau.com, and we're also on social media. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram is where you can stalk us, search and find out everything happening in Australian and international music news. Wall of Sound AU. Get amongst it, join the community and be part of something big. Today on the show, I'm stoked. I'm going to be having a chat to Sharpy The Blade from Boris The Blade, an Australian deathcore band who are having their final ever tour next month. This is it. The band have done some big things in their career, but they're calling it a day. Now, if you've been living under a rock, we're going to talk all about why they're calling it quits, what we can expect on this upcoming tour, and how you can help the band pick the songs that get played. That's still to come, but some big breaking news which happened overnight. A member of Slipknot has been officially kicked out of the band ahead of their new album and upcoming tour with Metallica. I'll give you more details about that a little bit later on, plus play the brand spanking new song from Alpha Wolf.
The conversations scream down what won't die. Just need a goddamn cigarette.
That song's called Sub-Zero. Now, if you, like me, enjoy a bit of band beef from time to time, think Escape the Fate, verse, Falling in Reverse, I'll give you some details which I think are connected between that band and another band called Dealer. More details on that still to come a little bit later on, but right now, let's officially kick it off with these guys who put on a very fucking impressive show at Download Festival 2019. This is Thy Art Is Murder, Death Perception on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Hey, it's Dylan from Gravemind, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
Terrified of an endless
Pictures of Torment on Wall of Sound up against the wall, a mad throwback to Gravemind, and it's hard to say, throwbacks for that band because essentially they are just making it big right now and have some new stuff which they are hoping to premiere a little bit later on this week, maybe early next week as well too. This band are just going gangbusters here in Australia. They are the next big thing in heavy fucking music. And if you haven't jumped on board yet, you need to go and check them out. We've done plenty of interviews with the guys so far. They're just a bunch of great guys with a great motivation behind them and purpose too. So if you haven't had the chance to jump into the world of Gravemind yet, make sure you do just that. Just search for them at wallofsoundau.com. Now, Whitechapel are back with their new album, The Valley. And on the last release, they kind of went in a more melodic direction, which didn't resonate with the most hardcore of fans who have been following these guys for years. It's safe to say though, their latest album returns to that brutal sheer force behind them, and everyone is giving it nothing but praise from what I've seen so far. The album comes out on March 29, and so far we've seen a few singles from it. This is one of them, When a Demon Defiles a Witch. Brand new Whitechapel on Wall of Sound up against the wall. Metalcore giants Architects are making their return to Australia this August. Get ready to hear songs from their smashing new album Holy Hell, including Doomsday, Hereafter, and the always impressive Royal Beggars. The tour kicks off in Adelaide on August 6 and heads to Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane too. Do not miss your chance to see Architects performing some of their biggest headline shows to date right here in Australia. Tickets on sale right now through Live Nation. Get yours today.
Hey, this is Booker and Sean from Make Them Suffer.
And you're listening to Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
This is a system reason, accept the craving. Delete all accessories. Take the distance request. That's the reason. This is the directory. Let's screaming all. One. This is a system reason. Guarding the secret.
Perth heavyweights Make Them Suffer and Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. They released that song as a standalone single last year, and no word yet on when we might be hearing some new music, but stay tuned. They are doing tours all across the globe right now and proving they're going to be one of the next big things in Australia's heavy music scene. But I wanted to do a flashback right now to the year 2011. Now, when these guys first started coming out, there was a lot of hype behind them, and everyone thought they were going to be huge, massive worldwide. They did later on become that big. However, in 2012, frontman Matt Lucker sadly lost his life in a motorcycle accident. It's hard to believe as well, he was only 28 years old. The band have since moved on with a new frontman, but sadly, it just hasn't been the same since Mitch passed away. So right now, I want to do a throwback to 2011 to their album The Black Crown. This is You Only Live Once by Suicide Silence and Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
Push your care, push your burdens aside. Erase everything inside and leave just one thing on your mind. You only live once, so just go fucking go.
How you doing? This is Matt from Bring Me the Horizon, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
In a couple of weeks' time, they are going to be touring Australia's East Coast, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we see them bring their heavy medley while they're here. That's Bring Me the Horizon and Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. Let's get into this legend.
I'm Sharpy The Blade from Boris The Blade, and you're listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
Aussie deathcore legends Boris The Blade are calling it a day, believe it or not, just shy of a decade together, and we have to get the guys on to talk all about it. So I've got the man and legend that is up front, Sharpy. Mate, welcome.
How you doing?
Good, but mate, for those who have been living under a rock and obviously haven't seen the news, first of all, give yourself an uppercut. Second of all, you're calling it a day. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we're just disposed at that point in our lives. I just had a son myself. He just turned 6 months old today. So we did a lot of touring a couple of years ago. You know, I spent nearly 5.5 months in 1 year overseas. And I mean, me personally, I wouldn't go away from my son for that long now.
Yeah.
Now that he's here, I sort of, you know, things change, and I suppose back then we were kind of looking towards pushing it towards getting, you know, as a career and be our jobs. But sort of gotten to a level now where, yeah, we kind of need to focus on our own careers, and you know, just we don't have the commitment now to give our fans what we want, and that would be to, you know, an album every year and to tour to 3 to 5 months of the year. So we're thinking might as well just hit it on the head and be proud of what we've done, and give it one last hurrah and let life take hold of our own lives, I guess.
Yeah, and look, you know, full mad respect. I've got a little one myself as well too, and I know that, you know, once they come in, everything fucking changes. Your priorities change, and it just becomes all about them. So, you know, to take a step back for the right reasons like that, you're doing the right thing, man.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, cheers.
Now, look, there's a lot of feelings and emotions that comes with, you know, calling quits officially. How did you pep yourself up to get you to the point where you're like, okay, this is my decision, knowing that, you know, you've done some big things in the past that all led to this point?
Yeah, well, I suppose we did the Infernum EP, and then the plan was to sort of back it up with an album straight away. And we just had a lot of things going on. As soon as we dropped that EP, you know, I found out my girlfriend was pregnant. Kobe just started building a house, and Josh Lording just bought a business as well. So we had all this stuff going on in our own lives, and you know, we put a lot of effort into our albums. Him and I, took us a long time to write it, and Josh is a bit of a perfectionist, so he likes to, you know, not rush his songs and really take his time with his songs. He's very methodical, and it just came to a point where if we were just to smash out an album in 3 months just to get it out to, you know, keep the buzz going, then we wouldn't have been happy with it. So we're thinking, no pressure from no labels now. You know, we did the last release independently, and it actually went really well. We ended up getting, I think, number 7 on the independent charts in Australia. So the fans are still there, and the demand is still there, but just having the passion and the time for it these days is just getting harder and harder. You know, we don't want to put out something that's not up to scratch, is what we like to call Boris The Blade, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, you guys aren't 20 years old jumping in the back of a van anymore nowadays. It's sort of...
No, I mean, we started Boris The Blade when I was 24, and to be honest, it took off really quick. Like, I think within 8 months we were in Europe dropping a 6-track EP, and we're getting encores, and we only had 6 songs. You know what I mean? So it blew up pretty quick, and you know, we were touring interstate within a few months, and it the snowball effect, you know. And touring's a really hard job. Like you know, it was always the goal to be able to, you know, play interstate, but then when you actually start doing it, and then when you actually start going for months on end, and you know, the longest tour we did was 4 tours back to back in the States. We did 43 states in one run. And I tell you what, in 3 months, you know, you come back and you feel a little bit older and a little bit more tighter. And yeah, it's definitely hard work. It's not all just, you know, the party life is definitely not what it's held up to be.
See, look, everyone sort of sees like a band, they're like, oh, I can't wait to go on the road and, you know, travel the world and all that. But really, it is a mental strain and financial strain as well, too. It
is. I mean, I'm a tattoo artist. I have a business myself, and when I'm away with the band, I'm not tattooing, I guess, you know. So it's a lot of sitting around at venues and playing on your phone, to be honest. And that 1 hour of showtime a day is what gets you through it. So yeah, I will miss it. I do love touring. I do love hanging out with my best friends, you know, and seeing the country and seeing the world, actually. But yeah, who knows?
All right, well, let's get on a song from the back catalogue now. Let's get on Warpath, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. That's just one of the many songs you're going to hear on Boris The Blade's final tour. You can actually vote for the set list right now. All you need to do is head to wallofsoundau.com. Just search for Boris The Blade and you'll come across the article. Sharpy, this is another big thing, and I guess something that the band wanted to give back to the fans to get them to pick the songs that you play for this final tour.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, by looking at the votes so far, we've been around that long that a lot of the fans are like, I like their old shit. So I suppose they're like, oh, I like their first EP. And I suppose, I mean, that's the songs of the first EP was what gave us our original first hype. So I guess that's what they want to see live for the last time. So it looks like we're playing majority of the EP, and I think the set is like an hour and 20 or an hour or something like that. So it's a long set. We're playing, I think, the EP in full so far by the looks of things, and a few of the ones that did well on YouTube and the ones that went translated well live. So should be definitely full of energy, and hopefully those diehard Violent Boris fans turn up and we have a good time. Yeah,
they've got to, and we want to talk about the opening show in a second, but for you guys to get on stage and learn these songs again, obviously the 6-track EP was the one that kicked it all off for you. Is it hard to go back and relearn those songs again, or are they in the back of your head and it's just like muscle memory?
To be honest, some of them it's hard. I'll admit it. Yeah, some of these songs definitely death metal's not exactly an easy genre to play, and where we do consider ourselves probably a technical band. The riffs are very hard to play, the drums are very hard to play, and by the end of the set, I'm definitely out of breath. You know what I mean? I'm putting everything I can into every scream. So, but no, it's been fun. Honestly, it has been a little bit emotional. The last couple of band practices, I'm sort of thinking to myself, this is one of the last practices.
Yeah.
So but they're still my best friends. I've been mates with Kobe and Josh since I was 12 years old. Kobe's been my bass player since I was 12, year 7. I think we started our first band. So I'm 30 now, and they're still my best friends, and we still hang out and catch up for beers and stuff like that. So it should be good. One last trip with the boys.
Yeah, it's good to hear that it's a situation where it's all amicable and people aren't leaving, hating each other, and going to burn the band into the ground, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's all on good terms. We're just just looking at it as one last, hopefully, fun tour, and should be good.
Now let's talk about this first fucking show. This completely threw us off guard. You've got the very first show to kick off the final tour in Sunbury, a hometown show.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, I suppose, when we first started bands, it was always, I want to headline to Sunbury Memorial Hall. That was my goal. Was to play above all the bands in the Battle of the Bands. And I did that, and then after that it was, I want to play interstate. So, we finally booked our first interstate show, and then it was, maybe we could go overseas. So we went overseas, and now that this final tour is here, we're like, we need to do one more show in Sunbury where it all sort of started, So all those EP songs and stuff were written in Josh's bedroom in Sunbury, which is the town we grew up in, the high school I went to, And, we just thought, why not book a show in our hometown, and I think it's definitely going to sell out. I think it's like a 200 or 300 cap venue, and we know most of the people in that town. So I think it's going to be a pretty wild night. So I'm actually looking forward to that one.
Look, and that's one of the things about those hometown shows like that. The capacity is really small, but you've got the people who were there from the very early beginnings. I mean, yes, people have grown up and they've gone on to become parents and have successful jobs, but I can't wait to see photos of people in business suits who rocked up after work, that kind of thing.
I mean, a lot of those people that from my hometown have watched the progression over the years, and every now and then we do get the messages. We're proud of you boys, and we've sort of always felt like we've got that sort of hometown backing. So I think it's gonna be good, man. I'm looking forward to it. We're playing with another band Kobe's actually playing called Rapture, and when we were kids growing up, 15, 16, they were the band that was leaving Sunbury and touring its state, and they were inspiring us. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And now they're on the bill, and they're sort of kicking back off again. And it should be good to play with those boys. And can't wait, man. It's gonna be sick.
Now, can you confirm or deny that there might be a demolition on the night at that show? Because things are gonna get fucking buck wild.
Man, I'll tell you what, Sunbury is it's definitely got a reputation. So I definitely think they'll live up to it. It's gonna be pretty wild.
Well, let's take a look at some of the shows you've played over the years. You've shared the stage with so many fucking huge acts like Sepultura, Bleeding Through, Whitechapel, Suicide Silence, just to name a few. Not to mention as well being called upon to play the New England Metal and Hardcore Festival. That's got to be one of those moments like, holy fuck, we never thought that would happen.
Definitely, man. I mean, when I was probably 16, I think one of my friends brought over that New England Metal Fest DVD, and I watched that, and that was actually when I discovered Lamb of God and Sugar. And there was a moment when I was on stage in New England Metal Fest where that just sort of flashed through my head of that Meshuggah on stage, and I'm like, shit, I'm on that stage that I watched on that DVD when I was 16, you know, and a bit of a moment, and and I think, it was a little bit surreal, you know, sort of still. That was probably one of my highlights of the band, I guess. You know, like everyone has their goals individually, and mine was I would always like to play New England Metal Fest, and I got to do that. So, yeah, definitely a tick on my bucket list anyway.
Well, it's a fucking huge achievement to have. Like, was there anything that you guys tried to do that you just didn't get the chance to do? Because, you know, having a look at what you've done, like, you're leaving Sunbury, doing interstate tours, international tours, it seems like you guys crossed off everything in such a short amount of time.
I mean, I suppose after we sort of started touring internationally, it got to a point where you just want to count countries, I guess. So we got up to about 27, I think it was 28 countries now. And, you know, I kind of had that map and I started putting pins in all the places we'd started playing. And I suppose, you know, you just kind of want to play every continent once you get to that sort of level. But, yeah, I think I've exceeded more than what I ever thought we could have done as a band. So, yeah, I've just got to be proud of it, I guess. And, yeah, I suppose, no, not really. You know, like, you can always say, oh, I wish I could have played a show with that band, or I wish I could have played a show with that band. But you just got to enjoy the journey, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's been awesome.
And look, it's been a fantastic journey to watch as well, too. I got to ask this before we wrap things up. Are you an emotional person, Sharpy?
I think, you have to be, especially to write music. You know, music's all about emotion, and I'm definitely pretty good at expressing emotion, whether it be anger or love. So yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to see the final show in Alice Springs. Like, when you guys walk off stage and start bursting into tears, I think you're going to solve the drought problem that's out there.
Yeah, and then we've got a quick little run in Japan. So we've never been to Japan, so we thought we'd chuck one more tour in straight after the Oz tour. So
perfect.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a week there as well. And I mean, yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, over the years we've played most of all these places before, so it's also a bit of catching up with people that saw us, you know, 6-7 years ago or whatever, and now they're either still playing in a band, or, you know, they've lent us a couch or a bed to sleep on over the years, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a catch-up session too. It should be awesome.
Perfect, yeah. That's what you need. Like, one final send-off for the fans, a catch-up with everyone who helped you get to where you are now, and then just close the book and go, maybe it's going to open somewhere in the future, but at this point in time,
yeah, never say never, but I'll be pretty happy with you know, what we've achieved, that's for sure.
So when you're back to work at the tattoo parlour, if people want to come and get their Boris The Blade tattoos, can they start booking them in now, or should they do it after?
It's funny you say that, actually. I've already had a few emails of people that have hit me up for Boris The Blade tattoos, full sleeve of like wolves. I've actually got it designed. So, yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, I'm down to tattooing my lyrics and stuff like that. You know, it's pretty awesome feeling when people want your band stuff on you. So, yeah, come down, Requiem Tattoo Gallery.
Perfect. We'll jump on that as soon as you possibly can. But also, don't forget, pick yourself up for tickets to this final tour. It is kicking off April 6th in Sunbury, heading along to Canberra, The Gong, Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, a few more places in between, wrapping up in Alice Springs before heading over to Japan. Sharpy, all the best with this tour, mate. Cannot wait to see you guys sending the band off.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Metalcore giants Architects are making their return to Australia this August. Get ready to hear songs from their smashing new album Holy Hell, including Doomsday, Hereafter, and the always impressive Royal Beggars. The tour kicks off in Adelaide on August 6 and heads to Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane too. Do not miss your chance to see Architects performing some of their biggest headline shows to date right here in Australia. Tickets on sale right now through Live Nation. Get yours today.
Wall of sound up against the wall.
know those bands you hear about but you don't follow up for some reason? That's one of them. I wanted to introduce you to I Wrestled a Bear Once. If you haven't come across the band as of yet, that song there called Gift of Death on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. Time to check out some new music. Gonna slow things down a little bit right now because Hell Yeah put out their first new song, 333. Now, if you don't know, this is the first song to feature the late drummer, Vinnie Paul, who sadly passed away last year just after the album was recorded. Now, we put this song up on Facebook last week and someone mentioned why, as in why would the band continue on without him? And the thing is, this album was recorded before he passed away, so why not? They put in all that time and effort into making this album and it has to see the light of day. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not they're going to start playing shows again and get a fill-in for Vinnie Paul and, consequently have someone take his place. But how do you do that? I mean, most bands need to continue on and move forward, especially if someone passes away. If they do continue on, they need to do something that's both respectful to the band and the fans as well too. We'll keep you updated at wallofsoundau.com on whatever happens moving forward with Hell Yeah. But right now, let's get this on. This is the brand new track 333 on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Come creeping when I'm self-conscious, come and take me. Fuck it all, fuck off, fuck life, I'm living. Love is like a ring, it's only getting coming red. Only touching my existence, split up like a fist. Open up my best to show me and destroy me, I'm unraveled. I'm beating like a hammer, tearing off. My actions, my experience, time to start a riot. I'm under negativity, I'm the meaning of the virus. I'm taking like a rattle, get out of a vandal. I'm burning like a meter, that I'm walking in a spell. My goddamn life, they're torn to pieces. We're stolen, we're cheated, we're broken, we're bleeding. Shadows in the belly of death come creeping. When I'm self-conscious, come and take me. Fuck it all, fuck off, fuck life, I'm living. Doing nothing new, pulling somewhere on my neck. Like humanity is somewhere me and something just slip. Frenetic confrontation is the one I got in trouble. Fucking policing conformity. Couple verses of better for the reckless and dead. Without a gap, without restraining, now I'm fucking bad. Without a violence is a barrel in my bones. You're not helping me, you're hurting me. My goddamn life, they're torn to pieces. We're stolen, we're cheated, we're broken, we're bleeding. Shadows in the belly of death come creeping. When I'm self-conscious, come and take me. Fuck it all, fuck off, fuck life, I'm living. Welcome to the Sunbury. Fuck every motherfucker who ain't you or me. Welcome to the family where the word about people represent 333. Welcome to the Sunbury. If you're down in the club of all Sunbury. Welcome to the family where the word about people represent 333. Come creeping. When I'm self-conscious, come and take me. Fuck it all, fuck off, fuck life, I'm living. We're stolen, we're cheated, we're broken, we're bleeding. Welcome to the Sunbury. Fuck every motherfucker who ain't you or me. Welcome to the family where the word about people represent 333. Welcome to the Sunbury. If you're down in the club of all Sunbury. Welcome to the family where the word about people represent 333.
Hey, it's Sabian from Alpha Wolf, and you're listening to Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
You're just a pussy in a black hoodie pushing your luck. Hang your head in the light, but show your teeth in the dark. Another false reflection, ill-intended imposter. You're not who you say you are. Take trust, like an insect. The conversation's like
That right there is the brand spanking new song for Alpha Wolf. Just came out this morning. It's called Sub-Zero, and it's from their forthcoming EP, Fault, which comes out on April 19. Now, big news for the band should be mentioned that not only are they signed to Grayscale Records here in Australia, but they've also signed up to Sharptone Records for their international releases, which consequently means they might not be spending as much time here in Australia anymore, which is great news for them. You know, they need to get big and go off and do big things around the world. They've worked fucking hard to get to where they are now in order for this to happen, so I, for one, cannot wait to see what Alpha Wolf do moving forward. Check out the song, video, and EP details at wallofsoundau.com. And while you're there, you might want to check out the connection or beef, I'm going to call it a bit of beef, between them and another band called Dealer. Now, to get you up to speed, Dealer features the former frontman for Alpha Wolf, and they put out a song which I think was directed towards Alpha Wolf. In that song there, you might have heard the lyrics, "You're barking like a dog, but I am a fucking wolf." I have a feeling that was directed towards the band's former frontman. Everyone loves a bit of band beef, don't they? Now, it could be a sheer coincidence considering the fact that song was probably recorded last year before the Dealer song came out, but I don't know, if you're like me and you like a bit of band beef, grab your popcorn and get ready for this one. Now, the big news of the week is that Chris Fenn from Slipknot has been ousted from the band after allegations arose last week that he wasn't getting paid properly when touring with them. Now, frontman Corey Taylor jumped on Twitter, as he does best, to defend himself and the band and said, "You're going to read a lot of bullshit online today. That's all I'm going to say. Just wait until the truth comes out." Now, that happened a few days ago, and yesterday afternoon, the band released a statement on their website where they said that they're moving forward and getting hyped up for their upcoming tours and album number 6, and that Chris knows why he's no longer part of Slipknot. The statement also says, "We are disappointed that he chose to point fingers and manufacture claims, rather than doing what was necessary to continue being part of Slipknot. We would have preferred he not take the path that he has, but evolution in all things is a necessary part of this life. Long live the Knot." Nothing else has been said following that statement and the ousting of Chris, but we'll keep you posted at wallofsoundau.com. The band's new album is set for release on August 9, and they're touring Australia with Metallica throughout October. No word yet on whether Chris getting kicked out of the band will have an effect on both the tour or the upcoming album, but like I said, we'll let you know as soon as we know. Right now, let's get on a throwback from Slipknot. This is the Negative One on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Opposing sides,
Des from Devil Driver. You're listening to Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
About twice a year. 500 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made no shine. Now the revenue man wanted granddaddy back. Headed up to Hollywood with everything he had. He's before my time without being told. He never came back from Copperhead Road. Then he looked inside. Well, kill him, man, you could pull that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Old mama cried, knew something wasn't right. He was heading down the night show with a weekly load. You could smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road.
If you follow Wall of Sound on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, you would have seen the day before their tour got announced that we broke it to the world. Devil Driver making their way to Australia with All That Remains throughout August, and it kicks off in Sydney on August 22nd before wrapping up in Perth on August 28. Now, a lot of you might be thinking to yourselves, how are All That Remains going to be touring Australia when their frontman Ollie Herbert passed away last year? This has yet to be decided or announced. My assumption is they're going to bring in a guest or friend to sing the songs from their new album, but other than that, we haven't heard anything about how they're going to be doing it or how they're doing it overseas too. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated at wallofsoundau.com, and don't forget that you can join the Wall of Sound community on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just search for Wall of Sound AU. We've also got the Wall of Sound Community of Legends Facebook group where we talk all things music and a whole bunch of shit happening in there. Join the group there and get all involved with Wall of Sound. Thank you so much for checking out this week's podcast. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, share it around, tell your mates about it, whatever it might be. Help spread the word about this. And sincere apologies for taking a few weeks off there. Every now and then you need to take a break from everything that's going on in your life, get your mental health back on track again, and that's what I had to do over the past 5 weeks. Thank you for waiting out as long as you have, but I'm keen to get stuck into it again with you checking us out. And next week on the show, I'm going to be joined by Dylan from I Prevail. They've got their brand new album Trauma coming out. They were just here in Australia for Download Festival and played a whole stack of new songs from it. So we're going to talk all about that and what to expect with this forthcoming album. Right now, I'm going to get on their fresh as fuck new single that just dropped today. This is Paranoid, new I Prevail on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. My name is Browny. I'll catch you next week.
Something isn't right, I feel it in my bones. Every time I look around, it follows me home. I think I'm paranoid. Something isn't right, I feel it in my bones. Every time I look around, it follows me home. And I get so stressed out. Nobody here to listen when my head gets loud. From the weight of this vision, all this emptiness inside, I can't feel a void in my mind. Sometimes I just wanna die. Wish that I could tell you why. Is it all inside my head? I just gotta escape the lie. Is it all inside my head? I think I'm paranoid. I think I'm paranoid. I think I'm paranoid. Is it all in my head? Is it all in my head? Something isn't right. Think they start to notice. Stare in the night. Ain't out of focus. And I get so stressed out. Nobody here to listen. Got a head full down. From the weight of this vision, all this emptiness inside, I can't feel the void in my mind. Sometimes I just wanna die. Wish that I could tell you why. Is it all inside my head? I just gotta escape the lie. Is it all inside my head? I think I'm paranoid.
Sometimes I just wanna die. Wish that I could tell you why. Is it all inside my eye? I just can't escape the night. Is it all inside my eye?